Alrighty then. I'm getting this show on the road. Hopefully everything is in order. Another series, well, same series, begins, or rather resumes. I'm going to be very Willy Wonka with a ton of scratch that, reverse it's. Hearing a bunch of blinks in IRC here. Make sure I'm not missing anything important. Okay, there's nothing important. So, we begin tonight with the fourth game in our Are You Gaming round robin placement Torment. This one featuring DashRantic versus Croc. Let us be underway. Everyone is saying UE quite frequently in IRC. It's rather distracting. And that's what each of those little pops are that you hear. Oh hey, Zulu. So we don't see anything particularly of note from Croc yet. Not scouting with the Overlord. We do see an early pool. Okay, something happened. Dash readying his wall as expected. No early scout from Dash, so he's not going to see this pool as early as he possibly could, which might end up catching him off guard with Zergling Rush. Here's the scout coming out. It's still early. Oh my goodness. Take a look at this rally. Well, at least he won't be stationary taking hits. So there's some merit to that. And he is getting all around the Zerg base, so he won't be leaving any stone unturned, which is itself valuable. Dash with 2 racks opening, closing off the wall very quickly with a immediate dual gas follow-up. I seriously question whether he's going to have the minerals to support his build when he's putting so much gas so early. Croc's got his lings out, and he's not flanking the SCV? Okay. But looks like Dash has gotten a couple of rings around this Rosie. The classic Croc empty geysers. A couple of scouting lings moving out. There's a single factory going down. Dash cannot afford a second, so it's too soon to say whether he's going to do a 2-factory build. He could be... Yes, this is actually very close to my drop build. Dash may be performing his drop, which should go quite well because this is not especially defensible, especially with Croc's record with Spore Crawlers on the front line instead of the mineral line. Scouting Zerglings on the central watchtower, watching for any advancing troops. Unfortunately, you're going to find that Dash's advance is going to take place across the top, where he has no vision, even though he could be floating overlords throughout this center area. Instead, Croc is just making sure Dash is not expanding, making sure that Dash knows he does not have map control. Well, this is a tech lab coming from Dash now. So this precludes the idea of the drop. It's an awful lot of gas for a 1-factory tech lab thing. Oh. Okay. Okay. He's going to go through that gas mighty quick. Maybe too quick now that he has the starport. Yeah. Can't actually build the Ghost just yet because the Academy's not done. So it makes sense to pop out that ling. Pop out the ling, yes. Dash is building a Zergling. Croc transitioning into an expansion, clustering his overlords, and getting a lair. I would call this a Mutalisk play, because I don't see a Roach Warren to support Hydras, or that is, a Roach Warren for Roaches to support Hydras later. At the same time, this expansion is coming a little late to really get the gas pumping to take advantage of the fast Mutalisk possibility. Meanwhile, back here, Dash has queued up a nuclear missile unnecessarily. That could be a tank coming out right now, which a tank would be quite useful. Dash's push out here is just going to get completely obliterated. He needs to raise this depot. So this should be a nice, excellent mine hit. 13 kills with that. That made it very worth it. Ghost ready. Cloak going to be done in about 30 seconds. He probably doesn't want to move out just yet. Dash moving to expand. I think in his position I would build the command center inside the base and fly it out later, just in case there's another wave of Zerglings right behind that. This is interesting. 3 Marauders and a Ghost. We got another medevac? Yeah, okay. Okay. This is kind of a modified drop that includes a nuke. This is interesting. Although he's... it's kind of a twist. He is late based on the original drop build. Maybe he's just staging here so it doesn't get spotted. Second Ghost with handful of Marines. Tech Lab on the starport. Is he going to support this with Banshees and go all in on cloaking technology? Still no geysers for Croc, and a very late Roach Warren with a single evolution chamber. And there's the Spire, but not nearly enough gas to support Mutas. Granted, he's been gathering gas for some time. 7 Mutalisks are a possibility. And here's the drop. No defense against the... Oh dear. He needs to kill this Ghost, and he needs to kill it right now. Except he has no detection. He's not even pulling his workers. This is a game-ending hit right here. Just leave, Dash. You have nothing more to gain here. So here are the geysers, which I would have advocated getting sooner. The Spire is done, so the Mutalisks should be in play momentarily, except he has no larva. He's got enough. 5 Mutalisks would turn this back, but his economy is in just such a sorry state he couldn't possibly recover from this attack. Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice. Probably could have gone for a smoother execution, but this worked out very well for Dash. Well played all in all. We'll move on to game number 5 in just a moment, but I must end this to keep the videos separate.